good evening. Malungil ko sengel mergit ibedul marklay madirek evirklay bilung malungil ko sengay solange ya al kasus sagi momod adul obtri adra PBA ngari tirkel dula state representatives ra PBA malu tirkel dahlo role ngar outsider belau mang ngari imortin pan magtatang. He's my friend Siva and you're going to meet him tonight. Anyway, malungil po malak le moren sa gero gul to ko momdung le katang tater al time le chairman of PBA ang atyang medical director mar adra board ang atyang malungil po singel mer kami rogoy elak po ko matringi maldital sikang bakwa may ngumsa atinar ur el direct adra PBA eco host ertial show tinar ur
Kamarang sa ulit tuli ang maraming ito sige maktimoda kay ken susra hatuli kay maral maring asa ulit ang sige mas bela kaswesa so kiyam ligi so kam sa ulit tuli kay tel kasusa mal kadamral maring asulir adara pala visitors authority leng ngariat to gobet sel okya kal ngartiang al momsa da ker kuktan tingila do makit terbela ker belau asyaba lama merike lama sina ma a Europa. Ay kay kelmal makitel ol belawa ap olo may selmonge pasing magarang apo dungil otrur belaw rangul teletal otrul. Mangsegi da ato meserngel alkal kapsengel bodo oreng septikal momsaud. En palt marmudeleng ngaring ya ap esel chairman raborda ngiray balasat mutula ngegida kuk momngiti kaya gida omso del trigal ngartiang mitigal kuk staff ra pala visitors authority maral mil kapsing maral masaule tuli kedo kuy dil mora angiray
maral lungil kapsing tuli kau ma co-host kaul tinarur kama mangartial lomtera PBA ako tulu lang nga ngiray balast mutul ak recently tamle sengkyor nga kalmo chairman ra board ma el arrage tulig nga kana dirgap medal ruragal erulbuil pok member tal board esira January 16 ng legora first annual meeting ra mam masira tal meeting mnorngia mnorngia tel nam ngani tirgel botogol lomte era belaul rekrel belau el blal mentionernya minister el basically temlel me report el board mabulur beraul girela igel lurio loru rekel belau el girela promotion ma ratogora internet ma togora igal shows ma bek pedeng la tingil talurior ngage tuli ka diraksal makatek tal ngara tel board di kadangal tengah al kapsing ngarnya nanaya singayo ngaya managing director agidele Palau Visitors Authority delang sisul time ngarnya kadoy dulu ngay ingel guk assistant ra nanayel mal makate katal ngartal urior am sudem na am makate katam da kalurior mamal madangali di al time ngani tergel bay to bet selgas tergi de minister mensokal mulngitra kadoy mungbay mo gora mi ko gil introducer tir mata one by one al me o ay sara bulur belak butirkang ta adarge engra to urior ma gil bek patingela atlang tingil talurior lorungi ra krel belaw alway se pokol ni tragado imal logi gogil introducer tergalan
man sulang chairman malungil kapsinget tulik mangal co-host rigid material other committee tial program rigid report segid wagel blaldu chairman gulngit togol gotogram rigel man sebegal olger tir tergal for overseas rep rigid al may at this time I would like to call Miss Christine I would like to call Mr. Chiyoshi Shibamura. Ngangelom tergidra obis Rashaba le mal salim.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Tsuyoshi Shibamura. I'm working with PBA Japan for 11 years, and I'm really enjoying working here. PBA Japan, based in Tokyo. We PBA Japan is doing a make effort to attract more Japanese visitors by approaching such as joining the trade show and holding the seminars and PR activities to promote Palau as a tourist destination. Traditionally, Japanese people heavily rely on travel agent. So in order to build more strong relationship with travel agent, we are holding seminars One of the successful seminars is the Palau Roadshow to holding big cities such as Tokyo, Nagoya, Osaka, and we are now planning to hold seminar Palau Roadshow again this year, upcoming April. So with hard and continuous to promote Palau as a tourist destination, I would like to expand Japan market more and more. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Okay.
you, Shiba. And I would like to call Ms. Christine Reckberger, our PVA North America rep.
Hello, my name is Kristen Reckberger. I'm your North American PVA rep based in Washington, D.C., and I work to help promote Pristine Paradise Palau and drive and elevate that brand in the North American market and drive North American travelers to Palau in key high-value segments like diving and others that we're talking about developing.
Okay. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Palau is about 24 hours away from, U.S. and we
If
know
you have
that
a short flight.
Yeah, and we know that it is hard to sail Palau, especially when you have Caribbean islands. Because they're offering about the same thing, but they don't have jellyfish lake. Is it very difficult to sail Palau?
People are in love with Palau. When we go to dive shows, for example, in Long Beach,
I see.
we have many ambassadors for Palau who I've already been here, and they are our best assets for other people who might come from North America. It is far, but when people come, they find it worth it.
I see.
And of course, the Caribbean's closer, but to be honest, and I would only say this here, it's more degraded. Environment's more degraded, and it's more crowded. And so Palau is still known as a very top diving destination, and people are really excited about the marine sanctuary.
I see. Can you tell me that Palau is one of the cleanest places on earth?
One of the
Cleanest.
It's one of the most
Environmentally clean and
it's one of the most pristine in the ocean environment, for sure. And I think there's wonderful culture and people as well. And the local storytelling is also an exciting opportunity.
I see. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Christine. Now I would like to call Mr. William Bakker and Andrea Morton. They are PVA European representative.
Well, hello everyone. It's really nice to be here. It's good to be back in Palau. This is our second year. We work, me and Andrea, we work with a company called Destination Think. We are a tourism marketing consultancy and agency, and we work with tourism boards all around the world. So Palau is one of our clients. We work with many other countries, states, provinces, cities, and even tiny little towns. And Palau has a special place in our heart, just like most of your visitors do. So we represent Europe, but by extension, we're also responsible for digital marketing, which of course is becoming more and more important when it comes to tourism promotion.
I see. You want to say something about Palau? Yeah.
Oh, just that I love Palau. No, just what William said. It's really about taking the amazing message about this special destination to the travelers and the type of people that we want to attract to this destination.
I see. So when you start marketing Palau, you came to Palau and fell in love with Palau, and then you start marketing Palau?
Absolutely fell in love with Palau, yeah. It's important for us to experience the destination and have the contact
I see.
with locals so that we can understand what we're taking to the world and just how special it is.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you for your help.
Yes,
Thank you.
All right.
People visiting from Europe tend to spend more days here. Why is that?
Depending on the country, but most European countries, when you compare it to, for example, North America, they have a lot more time off. So they have more opportunity to travel. But Palau, of course, is also a very aspirational destination, which means that it's a trip of a lifetime. And particularly for those high-volume consumer audiences, those target audiences that really want to experience what Palau stands for with your ocean and your culture and everything that it has to offer, people want to take their time. And of course, that's important when you travel far. You want to make sure that it's worth it.
I'd like to just follow up on that question, on that comment that you made, that Europeans, when they travel, do they tend to stay in 5-star hotels, or would they prefer in sort of a nature style type of accommodation? If you would
Well, we of course, there's a lot of different consumer audiences in Europe, and there's an audience for everything, right? So the current visitors to Palau, the authenticity of the destination is really, really important. So whether you deliver that in a 1-star, a 3-star, or a 5-star environment, maintaining that authenticity is really, really important. So when it comes to your culture and your DNA and what you stand for, and particularly Kristen mentioned the marine sanctuary, that is extremely important in Europe as well. I mean, that really puts you in a leadership position, and you cannot underestimate that. And that means that you need to deliver. And with that comes certain expectations. So when somebody shows up and those expectations aren't met, whether it's in a 1, 3, or 5-star environment, that's really important. So incorporating that kind of DNA into the product that you deliver is very, very important.
When you say DNA, will you kind of explain a little bit for our audience?
Yeah, and I mean, it's really, what you're about, right? Geographically, your culture, your nature, your values, all those kind of things. And the more that aligns with the audience, the more the audience will resonate with the experience. And of course, in today's environment where everybody is on social media and everybody shares their experiences with their friends, with their relatives, but also with the world through websites like TripAdvisor, that is becoming more and more important. So attracting the right visitor, delivering the right experience will mean that you get repeat, but you also get recommendations that lead to referrals. And from personal experience, and everybody here in the room, all the reps, we all fall in love with Palau. So it's not that hard right now, and you need to make sure that that's maintained.
So just to close it off, looks like most of you, if not all of you, are very much using the digital media to spread the word.
Yeah, and I think, like being in Palau right now, you don't have high-speed internet yet. So yeah, it's coming. But I think it's sometimes maybe then hard to imagine the importance of the internet, particularly in the Western markets, where if you're not online as a destination, if you don't exist on the internet, you might as well not exist at all. Because everybody researches online all the experiences, the trips, the stories from others, and they need to be able to see it, plan it themselves. More and more people are traveling independently. That means before they go to a travel agent to book their trip, they're already very well educated because they use the internet so much. So that's really where our focus is, because and that goes across borders. So if you go after a particular niche, whether it's diving or culture or eco-sensitive people, you cross borders. So you with one message you reach the whole internet, but you're reaching exactly the right people that are going to have that awesome experience, and they'll be respectful, and they'll spend more money, and they'll tell their friends.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, William and Andrea. And finally, I would like to call Ms. Yuki Zhou and Ms. Catherine Wu. They are advisors to PPA based in China, Beijing.
Hello, Palau. Hello, everyone. And I'm Catherine Wu from China, Beijing. It's my first time come to Palau, and I'm very excited, and it's really like a paradise. I love it very much. And I worked for DPS, which is a professional destination marketing company with 12 years experience, and we're based in Beijing. We also have our branch offices in Shanghai and Guangzhou. We are the new partner for PVA, and it's our honor and to work for PVA to promote Palau in Chinese market. As we all know that Chinese market is a big and potential market for tourism. In recently, almost in every year, China has the biggest outbound tourists. So that is a big market that we cannot ignore. But well, to be honest, in this time, for Chinese, not many Chinese people know Palau. Yeah, they are asking, where is Palau? It belong to which country? Yeah, such kind of questions. So firstly, for us, is to put some basic things, basic information for the public in Chinese market, and to let them know the basic things for Palau, that where it is, what is famous for. And we will also pay much attention to another thing, is that to protecting it. When we promote Palau, we will protecting it, to treat it as our family, as our homeland. Yeah, so we will do our best to promote and protecting it in China.
Okay.
Hello everyone, good evening. I'm Yuki from China Market. This is my first time to Palau. Yeah, and this is also my first time in my life to see so many fishes and so colorful fishes. So I'm impressed by this country. We love this country, so our job just to enhance the cooperations with the travel agency and the medias to increase the exposure of Palau in China market. So we'll be make the Chinese visitors to know more about Palau, and let them to be interested in Palau, and then will be attract more Chinese visitors to come to Palau for their holidays.
It's our first time to have an official representative.
Well, that's not really because of diplomatic relations.
No, this is marketing and tourism.
Well, like advisors.
Advisors. Yeah. There are advisors in PRC. So in a way, what they're here and what you have seen, I just have one question. When you go back to the People's Republic of China, what would you be selling? What would be your theme in selling Palau to potential visitors to Palau? And let me just say, they are advisors in PRC. They're not our, so let me just make that clear. Semo plaktak lebol wasitira kita tergi daras asinara rolela tokorak lakang godang matokorak ladaol tual kora advisor kita wasyong mara tertelel. Semo plaktak lisegi musula.
Dikit kora berbarter gitu.
Dia kata do.
Dia kalau wasiba lang asiba ngara payroll ya. Tirga lang akora because of diplomatic relations.
Ya, saya tahu tentang tulik, saya tahu tentang itu. Kau emang toko lakla kodang ma akan rule ma sioba ya aku tara toy. Lagi detail kita berbela, mendekal kita pelol dengar gitu. Emang tahu.
Okay, well, so how are you going to fix that? Obviously, well, a lot of Chinese are not aware of a country, Palau. Where is Palau? How are you going to do that? How are you going to educate the people that Palau do exist? How are you going to do that?
Yeah, nowadays the internet play a very important role in our life. So nowadays, now you can search Palau. We can not to get so many informations about Palau in our internet. So when the first thing we need to is publish official website for Palau, so that the visitors can search many useful and advisory information on it. And also the social media is a very important platform for us to promote. So we will be use the Weibo, will be Weibo account and the WeChat account to promote to publish more information about Palau, and thus the Chinese netizens, when they to plan their destination, they can search more information.
Can you openly, publicly market Palau in Beijing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not only in Beijing, we also have our good relationship with some Chinese famous media. Yeah, we can let them to help us to publish something. Just today, I asked one of my media friend, because of the policy between the two countries, I asked him if you can publish something for Palau, and he said to me, no problem, because the policy is not have effective on their media. Yeah, so we will ask for the help from the media to let them to publish more information for Palau. Yeah, the truth is that, you know, we collected all the price monitor in the last year, 2016, the whole year. There's just less than 20 articles in Chinese online media that related to Palau. So it's very short. It's a small number for Chinese. There are not so many articles related to Palau. So how can people know that Palau is a good travel destination for their honeymoon, for divers, for the partner, parents and children to have their holidays? So that's what we will do.
Thank you. That's good.
And if possible, we have enough money. We will to attend the Sun Travel Fair, just like the dive show and the travel fair, to let more Chinese to know about this destination. It's a good platform.
Yeah. And I also want to add that nowadays Chinese people, they like the unique destination. It means that maybe Thailand and Malaysia, or maybe Mauritius, maybe Maldives, this island destination are very, very famous for Chinese. But now Chinese people don't like to go these destinations, because lots of Chinese people go this kind of destinations. When they are in China, lots of people, and when they outbound to this kind of destinations, also many Chinese people there. So they want to looking for the unique new destination, and Palau is the number one.
Best.
Yeah,
Alright.
it has great potential.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay.
Always nga niya ko kikatable presentation ni Minister ko Matulik. El bel prepare niya ngal Managing Director ka ma'am. Makadoy, nanay. Makmol ngi tamal sabi el Paul through ngi madomes ngi lomes o ura 2016. Iwuk to mesakil plan sa ma'am ligira 2017.
Okay.
Always
Okay, that was our presentation, and if you want to call and ask questions, to anybody here, any one of these representatives, you can call us at 488-4949, and I'll put you on the air, and you can ask your questions directly to our guest. Okay, so Michael, are we ready for the show?
Thank you for having us here on the air tonight. I'm going to share with you a couple of slides just to give you some snapshot of what's happening with the tourism industry. The first slide is basically a year-on-year trend starting from 2003 all the way to 2016. We literally just got the December number in. So we just updated this like last week. But as you can see,
go ahead.
Yes, the numbers that you see between 2003 and probably all the way to like 2008, this is pretty stable number, as you can see here. And we did some research, and basically we know that majority of the customer used to come during this time period were diverse. And so it's sustained, but hasn't really grown from that perspective. Obviously, in 2009, there's a dip in the trend. And this is actually a global trend associated with the global financial crisis. So this is not just Palau, but pretty much everywhere in the world, the travel has kind of suspended. There is actually a growing trend in 2012. This is the year that Palau was actually inscribed as the World Heritage Site by UNESCO. And so with this particular sort of good news to Palau, we started to increase the visitors. Unfortunately, 2013, there's another dip in here. And this actually has a combination of components, but one being very apparent was that there was a significant flight reduction of a very particular airline from Japan. They actually had aircraft utilization challenges that they could not bring more flights to Palau. And so that's resulting a little bit of a dip again in here. Obviously, 2014, we actually had a record.
I got a question. This is 2013, right?
Yes, correct.
It dropped.
Yes.
Right there, yeah? Okay, and then now you go into 2014, it went up.
Yes.
Is that 2014
yes.
or 15?
So the highest record we had was 2015.
So 2015 was a good year.
Yes, that was the highest, yes. That's actually about 161,000 visitors. And then this year, as you can see in 2016, that's basically almost same as 2014, being roughly 140,000. So it is a drop, about 13% versus 2015. I'm going to give you some of our hypotheses why the numbers are down for 2016.
Okay, I got a question. Now, 2015, it went up, okay? And then 2016, there was a difference between, but 23,000 difference between 2015 was 161,000 and 2016 was, let's say, 130,000, which is short about 23,000 arrivals, yeah? So this number over here reflects the drop, right?
Yes.
Is that okay?
Correct?
All right,
yes.
thank you.
Thank you, Senator. If you could flip to the next. So this is just to share our top 5 sourcing markets. We actually try to color it by 2014, 15, and 16. Traditionally, our number 1 sourcing country used to be Japan. But in 2014, with the increase of a flight number, PRC actually became number 1 sourcing country. In 2013, they used to represent about 9% of the total market. So in 2014, it became to be about 28% of the total market. In 2015, as you saw, that was a record year with 160,000. And basically, China market became our leading market by representing 52%. And then 2016, it has continued to be our leading sourcing country. We had a bit of ups and downs, as you can see, from different market source, and there's a number of reasons. However, this is the intent of this slide is just to give you some of the snapshot of the market mix, as well as a trend versus a year ago. If you could flip to the next page, this is basically reflecting back to the first slide to explain about 2016 visitor trend. We broke it down to on a monthly basis, and as you can see, we started to see a little bit of a slower trend, starting from March, April, May, June, and we actually talked to a number of our local and also overseas key stakeholders, and we basically get the feedback. This has a direct impact by the drought we had. Many of our local operators, they ended up getting cancellations. So we just assumed that this was a direct hit by that sort of climate change challenge that we have. We had actually a coming back during the summer holiday season. Obviously, this is the time of very busy time of us to accommodate the summer holidays for mostly our short haul destinations. And then we started to see a little bit of a dip again. We are actually still trying to get this more sort of understanding. So this is against a hypothesis, but we started to hear about the impact of so-called a package tour ban by the Chinese market. Just as a reminder, it has never been an official sort of announcement in the past, but it is not anything new. It has been there. It was never sort of officially announced it publicly or broadly. But we actually saw it even in our local newspapers about this travel ban. And unfortunately, I think it's affecting. But again, we're still trying to really understand specifically how was the supply chain affected, who are the kind of market segment that it was really affected. So there's a lot of homework that we need to do in order to identify what exactly happened. And it's great that we have our advisors from China to really help us understand more in sort of consumer insight basis. So that's basically a snapshot of the trend that I wanted to share with you.
Naro se lang seguida presentation na nae sola sumanganya harbi in civil color 4949 sola ki put you on the air and ask a question directly and mora tactical guest malu representative of PVA el North America but directly Europe ablu China ablu Shaban sola Korea tirgagi pasendia directly representative from PVA ngara Korea directly diara Taiwan I see I get the blow but they're working on it if you have questions you can call us at 488-4949 okay so Chairman we got about 25 more minutes to go I told you it's going to go fast and then I took about 15 minutes of that
well,
but
actually,
don't worry,
we still have a few more slides we want to share.
Yeah,
So
go ahead.
What we'd like to do is maybe show the
slides. Ego ultagal slides tinako matulik. Lemme engel ko appropriate the other cell volume so dit mongra cell focus tirat. Era do por cell ko osagela a team ragirela 2017. Kadam karang increased el number el morterial swadal other kalgak modang merbelaw. High end. Well, a policy lang a high-end, high-value. Sige the policy game rotor all time. I'd like nanayel mo tergibul smoothie saying ask our other members out there.
Okay.
So I wanted to just give you another sort of work in progress work that PVA is leading today. Obviously, there is a geographic element of the work that we are doing. So that's why we have all these reps from different countries or markets. But obviously, it's very specific target profile of so-called high-value customers are pretty universal. It's nothing to do with the nationalities per se. It's really all about demographics, socioeconomic sort of preferences. So that's the kind of work that we actually working on today. It seems like the slides are not coming up, so I'm just going to verbally just go through. Basically, we are in midst of really doing a defining of our target consumers, and then we call it in marketing 360-degree who understanding. Who means like who are our target consumers. So there is obviously demographics, there's attitude and values, habits and practices, their shopping behaviors, what are the ideal experiences. So there are a lot of the element of their so-called purchase intention, in this case, more or less on a destination choices. How are they influenced in order to make a decision to come to a destination, in this case, Palau. The other thing we wanted to do was, next slide please, was sort of a description of whom we believe the target consumers are. Like I said, it's not about nationalities. It's really about like shared values. And they tend to be, and we're not saying that this is the only market that we're going to focus on, but if we target this group of people, there's going to be, we believe, enough spillover of the particular sort of market segment. So a couple of things. First is they are high value and low footprint customers. They are also cultural and experiential seekers. They also tend to be aspire to be so-called global citizens and want to be a part of like a green initiative, so solution-oriented ideas. They are also interested in responsible tourism or like ecotourism. They actually could pay extra if they understand the cause behind. They're also like healthy, conscious people. So again, I'm not saying this is the only group of people we're going to target to, but as far as the core of the target, if we are shifting our message to this group of people, there's obviously an aspiration that we are creating behind this destination that we could see a spillover effect or trickle-down effect to the rest of the market. So again, this is just a work in progress. We would love to come back to your show more often from now on to really kind of update our progress.
I got a question, Mirai. Palau is considered one of the most expensive places on earth to go to. That's what I hear from the tourists. I only quote what I hear, okay? Too much regulation. I mean, you drive 5 minutes, you gotta pay. You turn right, you gotta pay. Get off the plane and you pay. Go to Pelil, you pay. You gotta pay. Pay. Why? Who can fix that, you know? It's frustrating. So these people right now, they're selling Palau, but when they come up with a question, it's why Palau is so expensive? Why is too much regulation, you know, about environment, about this, about there's a lot of do's and don'ts, you know, in this country. I've been to Philippines, I get off the plane, I don't have to, you know, I just walk right there and I say, you're 65 or over, please follow me, and I'm 67. So I follow them and say, phew, and I'll be in there 30 days. No hassle. Nanay, why Palau? I know you're not the right person to ask this, but let me just say it so the politicians can hear it, you know. They got problem. They work so hard, try to sell this country, and yet we let these people come up with different rules, regulations, you know, and over-regulate it. That's how I feel. Nothing to do with PBA, it's just that's how I feel. It's too expensive, too much regulations. What can you say about that?
Kamsulang tulik. Ngarinya agora namo, like I said, namo talbuil gim gora adado mama board. Taka kalil gora mil time tinal do gora introduce selul dasu.
Cabo.
Ngarinya uldas we tulig gim momayo barngil momuru raw gim mogodor gim one stop shop.
That's it.
Basically etya mukati katalo momayo barnya ananaye magadoy.
I see.
El morngia basically a PVA amo clearing house ra a permits. Munsa emel dikmer der belao el mora PVA el mara imol permit ragaw. Engabe re belao rogi.
Exactly.
Audaswa ngoy se tulik. Audaswa marurngil mo gora Walt Disneyland. Magadi mara ticket ragaw et mo emilir al sel terrogi. Segi. Di gauter milogoy aiga require as el ludo. Ngil morngia luul munsa el morngia mechanism el gibrelil. El promoter tagit luldasam kamsula lo na bring up per se.
Ngose in abluada bralungin bulu, you know, Palau is no questions. It's a beautiful country. Nice. But if we have too much do's and don'ts, you know, frustrating, you know.
Ngari ako sa mutmong gadol gidal say.
And I know you're not you know, you don't legislate anything, you know, you just follow what has been legislated for you guys to follow. But, you know, I want to say it so the lawmakers can hear it, you know. It's not for you guys. It's why? tial belum ram kami merula la ngaram kom la isik tial belum etirgan amal merigal eron trar belau diakal bote trau because it's too expensive and too much overregulated. So if we fix those, their job will be easy and Palau will prosper. How's that? It's nothing personal. It's just how I feel. I hope you get positive.
Actual mo defender adra almarula la nguk takal san mal mihita ul daswil. Takadere kalom das for protection or talbalu. Di ngira dal matma kalom das mo kalel sabel di mo imol fee da pengi mo dakadi da pera bekal basyo. Di ul das wa mamokte um das wing tinang ndaka adal malafi lang manghit.
I've been here 26 years. I've been here 26 years and it still exists after 26 years. Don't defend these lawmakers, you know. Let them hear it from me.
Me kunite tuli ka matinal me Shiba. Mal kwadi oti siya singra kel comparison ra different destinations and maliwa kargi da maaral. Le hotel sol masawdaar. Mado otit mo belong hal tela aral al me imol adar shabal. Shiba.
This package tour including the airfare, accommodation and transportation all together as a package. So look at the Seoul Taipei package tour. It's less than 200, and then Guam is $550, and Hawaii is $820, and New York is $900 US dollars, and Palau is $2,000 US dollars. But those regions, the very high volume. Many people go there. It's very price competition is so high. But Palau is a big difference from those countries. We have a different, like ordinary beaches. We have a special product, unique product, which Guam or Saipan don't have. Because we are becoming a World Heritage Site. We Japanese people looking for something different. So this is one of the example for like quality tourism. Yes, price is very expensive, but we still traveling to Palau. But actually, recently the price competition is very high. Also, we are a bit sensitive of the price. I mean the conscious. So it's big challenge for me to promote as the different way or as a special destination for Palau. Yes, so.
Yeah. Well, it's hard for me to believe that, you know, coming to Palau for $2,000 and go to New York. Palau is only about 4 hours and 30 minutes from Tokyo.
Yeah,
you know, and $2,000. How can you explain to me that, you know, New York is about 13, 14 hours away from Japan?
Yes, that's
for
true.
$900, why? Can we do something about that? Or no, I don't think we do. You can do something about that. What? Why?
Explain why it's $900 when we talked about it the other day.
For New York?
Yeah.
Oh, because New York for other cities, we have so many air access and also the competition. Yes,
yeah.
For the which is airfares competition and hotel competition. So price going down, but we have limited hotel numbers, limited air access. So kind of the very slow competition. So and also volume. We are very not big volume, but we maintain the certain numbers, like between 30,000 to 40,000. So.
Okay, well, going to Guam is about the same amount we pay from here, a little bit lower. From here to Guam is about $565 round trip ticket, you know. And Tokyo to Guam is $550. Then again, Nanai, there's more competitions, more airlines fly into Nagoya. I mean, what's the name of that big airport there? You don't fly after 12 o'clock. And you know, there's more competition. That's why the prices are down. Yeah, but we know when we look at the numbers of arrivals, Japan is climbing up. So you're doing a good job.
So from a pricing perspective, the North American market is quite different than Japan's. The Japan market is very much package-based and through travel agents. And North America is individual travelers booking online, which is why the digital strategy for Palau is so important. So the prices vary extremely much from North America to travel to Palau. Tickets actually right now range from, in economy, just a couple $1,000s all the way up to many thousands of dollars. And that fluctuates throughout the year depending on who knows what. But if people look on Kayak or Booking.com or TripAdvisor or some other online tools, it varies greatly. Of course, the more stops you take, the cheaper it is. But already, as you said, sir, the shortest flight from the East Coast is about 24 hours, and the shortest flight from the West Coast is, 18. Yeah. So it's a time investment and potentially also quite a financial investment as well.
Okay.
Yeah. How many days, Nanay, would a visitor from North America spend in Palau? Average days?
Average is 10 days. 10
days. So, they spend that much money and then they come and they want to stay longer. And they pay more by staying longer. And
Anybody promote Russia? We went to Russia. Kado and I went to Russia. Yeah.
It's actually a very good question. We're actually doing some study about potential promotion for Russia. We just hope to get more funding so we can further study the legitimacy of the market.
The tourism industry, to me, is kind of a very sensitive one. Something goes wrong, like Zika, or whatever they call it. Zika, that's how you say it, Zika. They print it on the newspaper, and then that will turn off so many hundreds of people that don't want to come to Palau. Are you guys prepared for that? Any emergency like that? You prepared? And how prepared are you?
May I take that?
Yeah,
question?
sure.
Thank you for addressing that. As you pointed out, I think this tourism industry is extremely vulnerable to geopolitical issues as well as climate change challenges. And it's not like we are prepared every day to tackle this issue, sudden financial crisis or sudden, disease that it's broken out in somewhere. However, I think we learned a lesson from last year about the importance of coordination of messages, because when, for example, drought, hit our daily lives, obviously there was many concerns and questions about what's going on in Palau. In retrospect, I think PVA could have probably taken a sort of bigger role to make that information available. And so I think we really need to work with the key authorities and key stakeholders in Palau to make that information available faster, probably more frequent, and really more coordinated.
Okay, let's take this call. Ali, ngil kabasangay?
Mereka sulit tilal ada kakarusul belum nablakan dilo although at kuera turismo merbelawe kalau kuasa ada orang setri lasing raigel lom das wen gukmal orang al sel host country gidel gidel oy gidel tukar tourism tuma infrastructure catering hospitality ma legal lom das okma turis to pengel merbelawe okmong kurang hari ni soal biasa. Okmo igagi tang hari yang nak masih mau complete amrole dengan merchal mal roy destination. Hari ni again experience itu dalam saya kalau sebelum asapil koro wise lah sengra abela ngora kawan ngal sengasel kira lah gitu okya kamber gitu.
Okay.
Sulang ya.
Okay, mega. Okay.
Silang malungil kere tulik may kulni tra William Memel الهنجيني لنجيا قرا مدورة إنترنت ملاقي التقوى أدرى مدوني سيد الترغتين ترجع.
Question in essence was that you promote Palau in wherever you are to promote Palau in Europe and other And the question from the caller, he said, when travelers come to Palau from your region, and what sort of weaknesses or strengths do they see in Palau to make their such as a strength to make their visiting Palau more complete, or what are there that needs to be improved, infrastructure and otherwise? What do you see? What do you kind of response you get from your visitors when they come to Palau after they leave?
In other words, they're complaining. You know?
Are they complaining, yay or nay?
Well, I have to say that people are very positive about Palau, right? That's the start, because it's a special place, and I think most people that leave, they become fans of Palau just because of your size and also what you're trying to achieve here, beside the whole product and experience that you have, which is unique in the world. Right. Now, could there be improvements? Yes, there's massive opportunities. There's massive opportunities for improvement when it comes to infrastructure, when it comes to service delivery, when it comes to the information that is available online, giving visitors the opportunity to contribute to the growth, welfare, benefit of Palau, because you know, people that leave, they become your fans, they become your advocates, and they're all wondering, what can I do to help, right? You got major celebrities around the world who are trying to help, and it's no different with your guests.
Okay. Let's take this call. Ali Ngil Kusngay. Ali Ngil Kusngay. You're online. Bye.
Yeah.
I think you have to.
Yeah, I think that was a good question, Tulik.
I was going to ask him, Minister, what part of our culture do they complain about? I know there is.
Oh, are you putting me on the spot?
You know, do they like that's our culture, which you build not in that? Anybody complain about that?
I've never seen it, to be honest.
Good. Keep it that way.
No, I think those are kind of comments and questions that are good because it comes from the community, from Palau, to sort of they want to know how are we being engaged. Yeah, and I think that's an important.
Well, I mean, it's very important that everybody in the community understands that, you know, you're the host, right, to these guests, and every single interaction that a visitor has with anyone in Palau or anything in Palau contributes to, you know, how they feel and the memories that they make and the stories that they take home. And I think, you know, if you're a Palauan, that is very, very important to understand.
Okay. Ali Ngil Kusngay.
Oi, Manuel Kusngay. Ako rin sila kung idadado, Mr. Diaz. Consistently mula sa online, we can market Palau. Makmalgol was a regular safeguards, Uktora marketing, PVA with the outside world promoting Palau, and bad media can be really, really, really bad for marketing strategy. With local what's happening all over the world, Europe, radicalness, safeguards with PVA being in the lead of marketing. Marketing.
Mansulangel kolere tulik ese malungil question maul mangari tragid overseas rep regid yegid selol gori amral to sel negative media mal affect the destination din direct ngar alam al adra PBA tel obis regid el direct lo message yegid el negative comments at trial address ya wana role la obis regid ngani Facebook page ringi direct ngani Twitter direct ngani sel hotline na den wargid and in fact the number of total time ngani walk in el guest regid el complain wa accommodations complain tours mal lubang restaurant service magigid ang alam el tel obis regid PBL address magid todo el mamodo do ertigal el businesses selling terga partners regid industry Hindi ra sige the Uktora safeguard ra outside ra belaw using digital media ul mga ni tragi the rep regid Selgimleng sige matira nga outside, especially North America, Europe. terga ngar tarak lolut lurerir adire gal monitor gel gora negative ma passeribel el news regire la blur bela masumania passerib e gadungul tabdil misay tigida isel bela wal ngani negative ya tima motmak address ringi otabdia statement el corrector say migegi degel etial digital media like William mentioned mal patokar other el anga di selen rablu.
In other words, you guys are constantly monitoring.
Why say?
Positive comments and the negative.
Negative, ingire dal address.
And if it's negative,
the address ringi yagi dal extension or obis ringi da sabel our voice. Ding digital media tuli ga do ding sing el time and dimral momri la aralele a trend maigal equipment a change ma consultation dire mal katos obis ringi da mal spera crowdfunding al sum sebe del ngui mal mongil se del mule gel safeguard del mal mongil sebe del address yagi der ogul negative comments sum ga receive.
I hear that you're chairman, a new chairman, only 2 months on the chair. He's always mentioning money. How much money how much money do you all need so we can give them to you? And if you want $2 million, you want $2 million, we'll talk to these lawmakers and they'll give it to you. What can you promise this country that you're going to fix, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Tulik, hindi ka sa promise ato ko nga katak politician. Hindi, although those pairing ilang bato ka uriol so adal murul enhancer tel urior. Ela, o sige labor da last 2 months tulik nga niya tablol components tel tourist lagi mamesering. Nga niya trigagi dal adrang abar dal loltra or bela or ekrel. Kama maguk umrat pundrigal girel mo niya telang tingil lol ngaseo ra bela or mamdu mo niya otrul lel. Lagi umrat mong makasa otrul lel. Adon mes rababal daw bendia ka ngarinya bay, ngarinya badrul aw, ngarinya ayang ding dia ka effort lol tara rababal daw. Marada de umsin dingar oriol dingar albab. Ma osenge labor de lang awase me al sibel mo niya nutul seseraw do. Egimo promote tours el morababal daw. I think in sabela tinama kadul talgi modo el again although da kadil gimola bal milil ngarinya specific programs el gimo marat mong atarnya mru rabas ngiril mo niya baseling makasar ata sabil dito tra hotel rent ramlay o makal mong agyo marat mo niya basing asabel abo to kal adel sel kuk taklol albakla en sabil mas rabas kuk mara badrul aw
that's very true. But in order to get money from Congress, you have to have some kind of statistics to show that this many people came to Palau because PBA went to Tokyo and stood there for 4 days, selling Palau, and here's the result. How you do that? When they come into Palau, there's a custom form.
Arrival form.
Yeah. Put a block in there saying that I'm coming to Palau because PBA gave me a brochure. And we use those statistics to, talk to the congressman and they'll give you money.
Kamral Masawal. In Suaka nanayal tiwal motatcher selling direct ngari audio girel tilang. Not only rule form or digital form. Kame nanay, can you talk about the new arrival and departure forms we're preparing? He needs to know the stats.
Yeah.
How are we going to know
how many people tourist-wise comes to Palau through your promotions?
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So with a new effort, we are actually in a process of revising the arrival forms, and instead of filling up some of the information, we actually want to turn that into a questionnaire. To the visitors. I think most of us actually been in Guam or Hawaii. There is a form that you are asked to fill in as a tourist or visitor. So we want to actually start doing that similar practice, so we at least understand the motivation of traveling, as well as how you learn about Palau to come. So to your point, I think we'll be able to understand better how our monies are spent
and then what are the mediums actually more effective, so that we can share it with the public.
Right, because what you guys been doing is you collect a fee or some kind of a fee that the people comes in for night market and international market, and you show how many vendors came in and how much they paid, all of that. That's really good. So we can look at it and say, this is a good thing, how much the vendors made,
Right.
and that's good for economy. So if you just go ahead and put little block in there saying that, this guy came to Palau or a tourist came to Palau because what you did in Tokyo with Siva, and so that way because they're coming. Because a lot of these people, lawmakers especially, when I was in the Congress, I felt like, hey, you don't need PBA. These hotels, they're going to go out there and get their own customers. They don't need PBA. Matter of fact, it was an argument in the Congress. Hey, cut that money because this guy's just playing around, and the hotels, you think they're going to rely on PBA to bring the tourists in? Those are the things that we hear. So we need, if you want more money, do that, and then go to Japan, go to Taiwan, and do all of this stuff. Kato and I, we work hard when I was in there, and promote Palau through that, and then you have to show the end results, Was it an effective or was it not?
Sa tulik, ang mamesa ke laur, ang lagi kare budget ending merail mongila kalkang godang, bulkulak mong audio rala clo effort. Di imagine ang nutul tilgibil ngosa akal sel budget, especially sel internet tuli umrat musaya tara kotul masisi ildongu mal require to do.
Yeah, just be patient because within a year or less, our fiber optic going to be online.
Segi daga gi kora malang ringi gi momes de elam amta baro kulturis en merbelau angal galmora kranpang hal diola bamsil. Ada dingar amsil rogui. Segi da next el blul adal gedat mon alsel.
I see. So you do a lot of your advertising, and your representatives all over the world are selling Palau through the social media.
We're trying, but we need a little more budget.
Budget.
Kami toko ulit nakakadol base ay kel trade show o borgi rasyabal ma bebira balura lada wara oskem ay kel ko klse lotto da PVL kel bela ma ko bebira balura pacific ma ko mom denger bual wase mang mal daitang wara klung la dos perngil adam ko siringil morarwa saiba lang kwa mangker
maluil question minister tulig ang gagi dem la mention misega gidi bl ol dila kan nga legal show meri dungun marasyabal ela syabal sel the show ya shiba makamama motmag register abut makadamat tulbut sel chata sel got close show rasyabal ela gel tulbut rigida motmag dingara 10,000 ya ko olingi del mall yang ak medal ngara 4,000 depending the airline so sa L1 show kada mo itra 15,000 dito comparing in mora kwam neighbor gidel ngarbitar gid tung sabi spend ngara dori to 50 even 60,000 just for a booth ngoy titri ar protocol partners at tilmong ngarian mon maloy ga mangaus ma masada pek padangela tokora ga ay guess either mul tulig ga madangay sa either mul
din sentina acknowledge ringi Aigel big hotels in Guam they go there pay their way there to promote Guam.
Patoka hotel sertire engayo budil amoy.
Why say? Dila way gida sel dunga booth and of course in so dong ititrir ar patokol tiragil community members tirgal madu ul mga us tirgal marul itabori el mom ko showcase ra culture marmaloy sel do the 3 ra 8 to 10 el adal momaloy agim la estimate 3 to lege ma minister ngara 26 to 30,000 sel guk tingoy titril ticket ma hotel ma gel perdi men gedram ara galir tat se guk pisay dra obyo kamam el staff el gedal mom gada do or oben 3 direk ngani gel so da marula seminar lo bangya shiba sel ngani gida maklol siya guk tirmula 27 seludo det yalgo mong klaw gadar mo regel patokal series do the games taptokar adam dangala belaw mong segida ko tulig amal madingay gen
kapag sila tulig le 6 to 8 tal adam lega dia ka mal impact ri ngungil kaklam di cellphone ko rapa mut at 12 at least.
I see.
En kwa sila
I
orchard
see.
states en clubo ko le
I see.
yar ikwa mar isaibal mar yang cellphone or yang kaba misit yang tetelal at oring iya. Kaya kung namang kwa.
Compare del mergit.
Marketing budget.
Marketing budget.
Ako tingon mas syaba le ngara medal ngara 3 to 5 million. That's for Japan market alone.
Guam is.
Malpalo magi.
We're talking about maybe $4 or $5 million.
So it's a difference.
Guam Tourist Bureau is taking care of all sites. You know, they get the money like to Lovers Point. They go there, you know, and then they take the money from, you know, Guam Tourist Bureau and finance. They fix everything through that money. And I think that the hotel tax is go directly to there. It's different than Palau, you know, and they're bringing in 1.2 million tourists a year. Yeah, I think, you know, money.
Hindi dire ke Chira bol kamana MD. Kada missing rase, how much can Palau accommodate in a year in number of tourists? Because with the buwan ka abela ke gare ma hotel da takal bangal de sele tulik. Magal agi o mesrasing tela abela up to 2,000 a year, 200,000 a year. Is that sort of the max that kedal mo alu kadal mutel mo more than 200,000? It makes sure our environment, our facilities, our infrastructure angar segi dulungin level where kita other belang dang okay mar other visiting. So maybe sigit sel mutara sobel po to gitu ko rin say how many tourists is enough?
Okay, kami tu kucal boleh. Ali ingin kau sengai.
Oh, mutu nga kadias kita minister tilang sara kisal challenge kita other belawa tal influx palo ng flow other Asia. Emergong en lagi del mo mechanism hacia la PVA el oriente trigaladra culture gitu. Leng experience block experience ngira con la función guru ngira voladis el gira la special needs and then tiga el bus load the email todo the email melnga egal email metmura egal el basol bangarngi well you know that was another Europe para Northern America specifically Malimorada sila el yak seguido gura ulgarreo ringi mang krel gura suela gidle and Mr. Matula Tilal as a chairman and devise some kind of orientation or some education and motriagi the other isam and bol respect the culture gida another bela como musawlamol
okay.
Asa tulig ang important. And I think ang agi mo util algamenta goler mutul mo adadu ring I think in close to telen. Nganya actually indiregal gora BSL program indiregal mo addresser tilang. Ding dia kalau sama masau dengan Irland dia ngara infant stage ring ding nganya actual gora complete program actually president tamo introduce ngi el masau der tilagi drabek el adel merbela ngania bo gora boloru ringi lol moso address tilagi the issue
stay tuned, you know, like don't step on corals, you know, when you see people party or barbecue under the bridge, you know, don't just walk over there and help yourself. You know, probably in their culture they can do that, but ours it's no respect at all. You know, so you guys are working on that, right?
Definitely, I give the understand the teller. Ada kagro sa teller teller mo. Agi masuban niya, yung kamamal mo educator tir.
Nanay, we have been 16 minutes after 9 o'clock. You know, we've done kill 1 hour. You know, about 20 minutes ago, and you know, Tina and I are doing this for free. For the community we want to disseminate information, educate the public about do's and don'ts, you know, and that's why we're having this, you know. We're going to continue doing this, and we're probably going to invite you. She's a board member. I didn't know that just this evening. I found out, you know. So we're going to ask you to come back again because there's so many things we can touch, we can cover. And when we do that, we educate the public, you know. So we want to thank you for coming, and I would like to take on behalf of Tina and I, Tina, would you like to say a few?
No.
Okay, and we want to say thank you so much, and also the representative from, all over the world are here tonight. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. John, thank you for operating our machine. And, the line is on you. You can go ahead and say goodbye to all of our listeners and watchers, audience, okay? Back to you.
Before I say goodbye, tulig me kotte ko nit kurang asulela at tulig etina.
I see.
En dia kam malududa meng gilngel el miigid mo mertiang masao dorgid el marabuay. Le borda omral mung klo tutele la bolo dinget mung ra aureram ngara aurerir ngai tel tokora kalgang godang tuliga wera bok mereka di tia it takes ngirel tel bulu rogir belal mo momdasuni dia kadil board leng gidem gada klol parter tel kalgang godang a parter tiang agora educate gada motmage emalilitar oldos at mo gada garang mo wilter more other rogui.
Very true.
Ya wera bok mereka medi kurang asulela jan ngel gwa ding rarbay ngel mru lagi rogul gora o urul do mesra al kapsengi ajan abi ngal ambassador amerikel hayan oro lo bangela agado imana na era PBA ngomar tringir serabay
that's him, that's Jan right there. Yeah.
Tulik Tina komran sulang mamong el mutelmay ma alaka ko tul some kadot mong ko mananaye
come to sisi
before I
please.
Okay. Wagal Blaldu chairman me tulik ama Tina minister mal sulang at tulik maskam tial magime mo small rail officer git Wagal Blal tatsa chairman ngani sel tokora mrigel one time and dimra officer git tulik. Tourism is everybody's business.
That's right.
Yeah, tourism 24/7.
I see.
Mang marali kasi LD officer git PBA solve rogura overnight. Ngiredro spare sale الغرة collective partnership الأضرب له تا community level ما national ما state government level ما private individual ويقاو ما minister جد من قادي مو جيجي ده وراك مسا director أنا نايه قادي ساقلا مكلات مسيالي February 3 هذا مو start سير Palawan night جد mal دي one week before يا قدر كليا press release المرغاو قال توليغا ترى مال سيابول مريغ الأدر أولبي إنغا يدر المقطع ترى دي promote دي support ترى أوبيسر يدر PBA من لا year of sustainability right director so I think get the sustainable relationship رجيد أوبيسر رجيد مغاو مر أدر أبلو يدر لها 2017 year of pristine paradise Palau ومام سلام.
All right. Nanay?
I think Kaloy actually summed it all, but thank you for having us again.
Okay.
We really hope that this is going to be a beginning of our very good collaboration. And especially, we really want to be working as a team Palau with the public sector and private sectors together. We call it Pristine Paradise Palau, that's PPP, but there's another PPP that's public-private partnership. And I think together we can really work to promote Palau in a way that it really should be promoted.
Okay.
So thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. With that, everybody, audience out there, thank you so much, and we'll see you again. This is Alfonso Diaz saying good night.